I know almost everyone here. So, and my relationship with the Moses family goes back 28 years when my wife lost her wedding ring. We asked somebody, who do you trust? Literally, Moses Jewelers. So that's been kind of a theme that we've talked about. Moses Jewelers, when it's real, great relationship in that regard. And they supported an event I have for our local heroes. I think I put our veterans on a certain level that's above everything else, because without them, everything we do kind of counts on that 1% of the population that serves. So I met Steve Monteleone, and I was directed to Steve by a Marine who was running the Wounded Warrior Project office here in Pittsburgh. He said, you know, Steve could use your help because they deal with post 9/11 veterans and the issues that they have and trying to integrate back into society. We want to support them, and all the money raised stays here. So we had a meeting with Steve, and it's become a great relationship. So I have the utmost respect for what Steve and the organization does and how many of our veterans they've helped many times in those late hours with desperate phone calls for guys that just need a friend and somebody to support, and know that there are people here in the community that love and care for them. So that's what this is all about, and I appreciate Larry and Tim recognizing that from events we've had in the past, recognizing it's about the Warrior Foundation. So it's about you guys, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
I started this 5 years ago. Being a veteran myself, I just wanted to help the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a big national organization. We raised a lot of money at our first golf outing at Old Stone in Iowa City, and I filed for nonprofit status. I was just a teacher and coaching high school football, and life was good. And then I worked in the Keys Board with at-risk kids, and with the government as a teacher, and they cut my position. They didn't have any money, they said, so I had to take a chance that I wanted to go with this and beat the pavement and try to blow it up, or go back to the public system. And that's when I met Larry, through Mike Pallarino, who's a friend of mine, as a Marine, and ever since then, we've met Sally Wiggin, Ashley Doherty from Channel 4's on our board, and the media kind of took the concept that I had was keeping the money here and helping tri-state area veterans. And that's what we do. We help all post 9/11 veterans, not just combat or wounded. We have 4 programs. We have a financial grant program, which will help pay bills, mortgages, send guys to school. We have a home improvement program. We'll go into the house. We just actually put a brand new furnace into a wounded Marine, and an Allegheny County Sheriff, they surrounded the building, he got hurt, so we helped him as well. We have a therapeutic program, and as Larry was telling you about some of the phone calls I get at night to go help. I've gotten phone calls at 3 in the morning from guys that were suicidal, heavy combat, just a lot of drinking, and just can't handle the concept. And when you're trained in the military, you're trained when you go into combat to take the emotion out of war. And you go and you see all this carnage. You see these kids laying there with their parents laying there beside the dead. It's hard to understand that when you go back and you have your own son or daughter, tugging at your pants. So they try to acclimate them back into society, and it's hard for them. And I know I can remember when I was actually in Bosnia in the war. I was there for 12 hours. And the stuff you see is you don't want to remember. These guys are in heavy combat, and they need a lot of help therapeutically. So we have a lot of doctors, Dr. Burnett, Dr. Mondragon, that help them with their post-traumatic stress disorder, brain injury. And then we have an outreach program. We send a lot of people on hunts. We just sent 2 guys to South Africa on a hunt. They just came back. A lot of fishing trips. We did a big family fishing trip with Alejandro Villanueva from the Steelers up in Marine State Park this past summer. And we have a great partnership with the Steelers, the Pirates, the Penguins, the University of Pittsburgh. We like to go to a lot of football games, baseball, whatever, and concerts. So that's what we do. Right now, we give back 78.7% back to the veterans. I'm the only person who gets paid. I don't get paid much. I got paid more when I was teaching, but I do this because I care. And when you get attached to these guys and girls, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of women out there that were, combat medics that need a lot of help mentally, so we're trying to help them as well. And we're doing some really cool things. If you want to check us out, truck's right out there, I don't know if you saw it. Our website is 6 letters, IATW.us. If you've got any questions, I'll be here until I have to go pick my daughter up from basketball practice. Thanks for having me, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Stacey.